A very important regulatory development issued by the National Financial Reporting Authority NFRA on 7th January 2026. This circular is not just about communication, it is about accountability. It is about governance and responsibility of the board of directors, responsibility of the audit committees and auditors. If you see the background and purpose of the circular, NFRA observed serious issues during investigation, poor communication between auditors and board, lack of documentation, governance failures. So NFRA issued the circular to strengthen corporate governance, improve audit quality, protect investor confidence. As per the circular, there is a need to strengthen communication between auditors and TCWG. TCWG means those charged with governance. This circular is based on Companies Act 2013, Air Section 134. Section 134 of Companies Act talks about the board responsibility. Section 177, Audit Committee. Section 143, Auditors' duties. And standards on auditing, SA 260, communication with TCWG. SA 265, internal control deficiencies. We'll also see the role of board of directors. NFRA strongly reiterates financial statements must be approved by the board. Directors must give directors responsibility statement. As per section 134, subsection 5, board must ensure compliance with accounting standards, proper accounting policies, fraud prevention, internal financial controls, legal compliance system. So this clearly establishes primary responsibility lies with the board. This is what clearly shows this is a responsibility lies with the board. When you see the role of independent directors, here we can see independent directors' role. It is not symbolic. They must ensure integrity of financial information, verify robustness of controls, raise concerns, and record them in minutes. If issues are ignored, they must insist on documentation. Role of audit committee. We'll see section 177. Role of audit committee. Audit committee responsibilities include reviewing auditor independence, evaluating audit effectiveness, monitoring internal controls, reviewing related party transactions, discussing audit scope and findings. They act as a bridge between board and auditors. This is what the importance of section 177 audit committee. Role of auditors. Section 143 of Companies Act 2013. Auditors must give true and fair view, follow auditing standards, communicate with TCWG. Here important, audit does not reduce responsibility of board. Here is a concept of TCWG. TCWG, those charged with governance. That is a full form. It includes, TCWG includes board of directors, audit committee. NFRA clarifies Board is ultimately TCWZ, those charged with the governance. Audit committee may be subgroup. And mandatory communication system. Mandatory communication system. Here NFRA emphasizes two-way communication is a mandatory. Key features, continuous communication. This is what talks about the communication process. Continuous communication during audit, written documentation required, oral communication must be recorded. Auditor must communicate audit plan, risk areas, internal control issues, fraud risks. This improves governance transparency. Common non-compliances identified. NFRA found serious compliance, serious failures like wrong identification of TCWZ, common non-compliance, wrong identification of TCWZ, no proper documentation, no discussion on key risks, ignoring unusual transactions, no communication on fraud risks, internal control weakness, not reported. I'll give you an example. Audit committee meeting held just before approval. No real discussion. This is treated as a serious governance failure. So, in view of this, NFRA gave directions, recommendations, mandatory two-way communication, joint responsibility of board, audit committee, management, auditors. Communication framework is required, must include objectives, nodal persons, meeting frequency, documentation. Minimum meetings also required. At least 2 meetings per year. Before audit, before approval of financials, written communication is a mandatory. Emails alone not enough. Bullet presentation not sufficient. And also I expressed about agenda for discussions. This includes audit planning, risk assessment, internal control weaknesses, significant transactions, auditor independence. So this NFRA circular sent a very strong message. Governance is not a formality. Communication is not optional. Responsibility cannot be shifted. So board of directors, audit committee, auditors must work together in a structured, documented and transparent manner. Otherwise, it will lead to regulatory action, penalties, loss of credibility. This circular is a wake-up call for corporate India. This is what about the circular in detail. NFRA circular 2026 dated 7th January 2026. Thank you. We have two channels, RR Corporates, other channel RR Legal Talks. Please do subscribe, hit the bell icon so that you will not miss my latest videos. Thank you.